tools or platforms did you use during your internship at ICICI? And
Because we were all doing internship at ICICI, so we made a separate group. So when we used to share our project reports, and then Nancy used to share her reports, we were like
Amazed. We were totally amazed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
caffeine,
not a lover.
bunk,
Rose.
junior joint secretary,
ठीक ठाक.
drama,
Daily.
mini heart attack, surprise,
Placements.
crush.
Secret.
Greetings and a warm welcome to the official YouTube channel of Department of Business Economics, University of Delhi. Welcome to the first episode of the 4th edition of Internship Stories, where we delve into the journeys of our seniors who have successfully completed their summer internship programs. I am Bhavya Yadav from the batch of 2027, your host for the day, and today I am joined by not one but 4 guests. We have Lakshay Agarwal, Yassir Khan, Nancy Prasad, and Manas Mehta from us from the batch of 2026. So without further ado, let's start the session. So how are you guys doing?
All good.
I'm good. How are you?
All good, yeah.
I'm good as well. I'm brilliant. Thanks for asking. So my first question for you guys is, could you please begin by introducing yourself? Lakshay, you first.
Hi everyone, I'm Lakshay Agarwal. I was born and brought up in Delhi. I did my graduation from Shahid Bhagat Singh College. Currently, I'm the student body president, and I'm also a part of the Placements and Alumni Relations Committee. Currently, I'm pursuing MBA in Business Economics with specializations Marketing and Analytics. Thank you.
That's brilliant. That's good to hear, Lakshay. On to you, Yassir.
Hello everyone, my name is Yassir Khan. I was born and brought up in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. I did my graduation from Jamia Islamia in the field of applied mathematics, and now I'm pursuing my MBA in Finance and Analytics from the Department of Business Economics. Currently, I'm the Joint Secretary at the student body of the Department of Business Economics, and I'm also part of the Placements and Alumni Relations Committee.
That's good to hear, Yassir. Nancy, on to you.
Yeah, thank you, Bhavya. Okay, so my name is Nancy Prasad and I'm from Greater Noida. I did my undergraduate in BCom Honours from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. Currently, I am pursuing MBA in Business Economics from Department of Business Economics, University of Delhi, and I am doing specialization of Finance and Analytics from here. I am part of Placements and Alumni Relations Committee. Apart from this, I am the Placement Preparation Officer in the department as well. So that is all about me. Thank you.
That's good to hear, Nancy. And on to you, Manas, finally.
Thank you so much, Bhavya, for having us here. So, Bhavya and my batchmates already know me. For the audience, I'm Manas Mehta. I'm born and raised in Delhi itself. I've done my graduation in the field of economics from Shivaji College, Delhi University. And then I'm here at DBE pursuing MBA in Business Economics with my specialization in Marketing and Analytics. I'm also the part of the Placements and Alumni Relations Committee. And I'm also the Corporate Outreach Officer for the department.
That's wonderful to hear, Manas. So, moving on to my second question, can you briefly explain your role and key responsibilities at ICICI Bank, starting with you, Lakshay?
So this summer, from June, I started my internship with ICICI Bank. I was a product management intern. My location was Navi Mumbai. I was placed in their Kopar Kirane branch, that was their credit card domain. My roles and responsibilities was to do an FTNR analysis, that is first time not right, where I found more than 18% errors being done from very minor issues that should have been resolved. So after a proper funnel analysis with Excel and Power BI, I found 30 to 40% of the errors can be reduced through my checklist and CRM integration ideas and suggestions. So all of that, typically my work was in credit card domain only. I traveled to multiple locations like BKC, Kopar Kirane, and even Turbe.
That's very commendable, Lakshay. Moving on to you, Yassir.
As for me, I was based out of Bangalore, Bangalore office of ICICI Bank, and there I was part of the Wealth and Trade team. I worked under the relationship manager of Wealth and Trade, and he had 5 other members in the team. 3 were working for the front end and 2 were working for the back end. As for the front end, we were supposed to deal with the day-to-day customers, and we were supposed to convert them into our Wealth and Trade products. Like we had to convince them to buy, maybe invest in SIPs or mutual funds. And from the back end, we had to do the data analysis and where to invest, what to invest, how much to invest, what returns would they get. So that was the basic roles and responsibility that I had to do in the 2 months of my internship.
That does sound interesting, Yassir. Moving on to you, Nancy.
Okay, so my roles and responsibilities. So first of all, I'll tell you about my internship. So my location was Malad West, which was there in Mumbai itself, and I was working there as a product intern. So my product was BizPay 360, which was the bulk payment product in ICICI Bank, and I worked on it. So I was responsible for making the UI UX for them. Basically, I was supposed to give the recommendation to ICICI Bank that what could be the features which people could, which can actually transform users, merchants basically, from web portal to mobile application. So that was my whole responsibility, and I created the whole presentation. I provided them with a lot of recommendations, which I think can be useful for the company in future.
That's very amazing, Nancy. Moving on to Manas.
So as a summer intern with ICICI, I worked with the retail strategy and product and policy group, and I was given the product of the gold loans. I worked with the gold loans team, and I did competitive benchmarking of the gold loans and where did ICICI stand, and gave them some recommendations, what changes should be brought in the product and how to increase the market share as well. And there are more roles and responsibilities, but majorly this, yeah.
That also sounds quite interesting, Manas. Now, moving on to my third question. This question is for you, Yassir. So, I want to ask you, like, what sparked your interest in the finance and banking domain? Like, was there any particular experience or moment that influenced your choice?
I have always been interested in mathematics. Like I did my degree in mathematics. I have scored well in mathematics, so I was interested in numbers. And later on, I worked for a brief period, like for 1.5 years, I worked with my father, and I was handling his accounts and maybe balance sheet and things like that. So those events interested me into pursuing things into finance. And later on, when I came to DBE, I studied subjects like investment and portfolio management and financial derivatives that made me more interested towards the subjects of banking and finance in the BFSI sector. So I think everybody here on the panel have finance as one of their specializations, and they have studied finance in the first year as well. So the course curriculum of DBE has really influenced us to pursue things into finance and get into the internships like ICICI Bank and other internships in finance as well.
Alright, that does make sense, Yassir. Now, moving on to my next question. This question is for you, Manas. What motivated you to choose ICICI Bank for your summer internship program?
So ICICI was an obvious choice. Like, it's the second largest private bank in India, and moreover, it has a very structured internship program that provides very good learning outcomes to summer interns. Moreover, the summer internship roles offered here at students at DBE were very, very fascinating. And the location was pan-India that gave the students an opportunity to have more exposure. So that motivated us to apply to ICICI. Moreover, the banking and finance curriculum, as Yassir said, also played a huge role and a factor that motivated us to apply to ICICI. And yeah, I'm lucky to have interned with such a big financial institution that operates at the intersection of innovation and customer centricity. So ICICI was an obvious choice.
Wow, that's good to hear, Manas. Moving on to my next question. How would you describe a typical day in the life of a summer intern at ICICI Bank? Would you like to take that up, Nancy?
Yeah, okay. So a day, okay. So my office was really pretty, I would say, and it had 7 floors. So 3 of the floors were of ICICI Bank, and on one floor, almost 800 people were there. So it was a very, very huge office. It was a corporate office over there. So my floor was 7th. I used to go on the 7th floor, and so my office timing was from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. And I used to reach on, I don't know, but I took only 2 holidays and I was very regular to the office since it was my first experience going into offline opportunity. So I really enjoyed it overall. So going in the morning and then opening the laptop, communicating with people, this was the small beginning. And then I used to do the breakfast. The whole cafeteria was very, very nice. And then communicating with people around, they worked on different products, learning new things from them was also a very nice experience overall. And my mentor was also very supportive. He used to take follow-ups daily, giving feedbacks daily. That was also really, really nice. And my mentor used to sit nearby only. So that was a really great thing that I was able to communicate very often and very nicely with him. Apart from this, then 1 o'clock used to happen and we used to rush for our lunch, and that was the best time I would say, because lunch was really good over there. Prices were also very nice and the food was also very nice. After that, in the evening, I used to meet my mentor every day. There might be some of the days when I didn't meet him and talk to him, and in the evening I used to meet him. We used to discuss that whatever I have done in the day so far. This was it about the day, and then I used to do whatever he gives the feedback along with, and this was the end of my day. So the place where I was living was around 3 kilometers away, so it was very feasible to travel back and forth. So overall the whole day used to be really amazing, and even after the timing of the office I used to get enough time to explore different things, do different, go to new places, explore Mumbai, and that is how it used to happen.
That does sound like a wonderful day. Would anyone like to add on to this? Explain me about their days.
So I would like to add on. I was lucky to have my mentor as Mr. Srinivas sir, because he actually helped me a lot. He always took care of me if we are going to any office which is far away from the actual office. So he always took me in his car. Also, before even coming to Mumbai, he made sure that I have a place to stay, because at ICICI I was provided a different location, but later on it got changed. So it was very beneficial for me because I contacted him early. So that helped me to find a good place to stay. Also, as Nancy said, because some of our mentors, not all, used to be with us during the whole day, and even they asked us our perspective. They wanted to know it from a fresh mind who is entering into the corporate culture. So that also excites us. So over and all, the day was always full of new enriching experience and learning something new every day.
That does sound like a wonderful day as well, Lakshay. Yassir, would you like to describe your day as well?
My day at the internship was very normal bank employee day. My mentor was a very busy person. He had 9 branches under him. So I used to meet him very less often. We used to meet in the morning once, and he used to give me feedback of whatever I have done or whatever I am supposed to do in that particular day. And then I was on my own, and he had, like I mentioned earlier, he had a team of 5 people under him. So I was guided by them. I was supported by them. What I have to do, what PPT I have to make, what projects I have to work on. And then I used to just come back by the end of the day, like around 5 p.m. and I had enough time to explore Bangalore, and that's what I did in the later half of my day.
Well, at least you had time to explore Bangalore, so that was the fun part of
Yeah.
your day. So that is interesting. And Manas, would you like to describe your day as well to us?
Yeah, so like all my other batchmates, my day at ICICI was also like every new day was a new adventure. So my office was the BKC office in Bandra Kurla complex. That's the corporate office in Mumbai. It's the second largest office of ICICI, I guess, after Hyderabad. And it was a huge office like Nancy's. And you get to meet interns from different colleges as well. Like I had fellow interns from IIMs and IITs as well. So I had fun chats with them as well during my day. And like my project guide was the product head of gold loans for the entire India. So meeting with such a big man and discussing plans for marketing, for finance, etc. was overwhelming as well. But yeah, you get to learn a lot, and you get to meet a lot of people and have good food as well. The canteen was huge, and you every day had a new menu. Moreover, yeah, the rains of Mumbai really bothered me every day. But yeah, it's the challenge that comes up during your internships that you have to deal with it. Overall, a very good adventure, I would say.
That is absolutely amazing, Manas. Moving on to my next question. This question is for you, Lakshay. I wanted to ask you that how did you balance your position of responsibility with the workload of your internship along with your academics as well?
Being the president of the student body came with a lot of responsibilities, so I started very early. Just after the exams were finished, I took a break of 2 days. Then I started with all the works, all the planning which we have to do for the coming batch. So
Sessions.
being there, preparation sessions, the admission work, the placement work, the alumni work, I started everything very early. During my day at ICICI, I used to devote at least 1 to 2 hours with my presidential work as well, supervising all the clubs and committees as well. So I did not get much time for my academics. I usually devote around a little part of my weekends for academics because of the tougher subjects I know which were going to come in the third semester, but that's all. Like, so managing my ICICI Bank internship and my responsibilities at DBE, my teams play a very huge role because without their support it would not have been done.
That is absolutely wonderful, Lakshay. Yassir, would you like to add on to it, as even you're the joint secretary of DB?
Yeah, it was a little pretty hectic to manage all of the things together at the internship, the POR, maybe the exams part, and then we had juniors coming in. We had to look after the admission process as well. But we had weekends, so we generally, like after the office, we used to work for the department, and in the morning also we used to keep a check what are the updates, what are not, what has to be done. Then on Saturdays and Sundays, we had 2 Saturdays free in the month, so we organized a few competitions. We did a lot of work during that time, and it was pretty hectic, but it was manageable, I guess.
Well, it does sound like that your days were pretty hectic.
I like to add something to that. Like the nights were hectic as well. I remember Lakshay and Yassir taking meetings in the night, and I was involved with them as a team member. So I remember them like doing the internship work in the morning, taking meetings in the night, and also our weekends were there. Maybe we had to do a lot of work. So yeah.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was a fun part of the internship. Like we were very connected with the team, and also meanwhile doing all of those things, we had the time to explore our locations. We had the time to go out to places. Like we have to sacrifice a little bit of our sleep, but I think it's all worth it.
Yeah, but that is interesting, and I guess that is how it's supposed to be when we are pursuing MBA, right?
Right.
True.
So, moving on to my next question. This question is for you, Nancy. I wanted to ask you that which tools or platforms did you use during your internship at ICICI, and how did they help you in your work?
Okay, so Bhavya, what happened was, as I told you earlier, that my project was on creating the application UI UX for the bank. The product was BizPay 360, and it had the responsibility for completing the bulk payments for the businesses. So for that, I was supposed to create the prototype, and the prototype I did a bit of research. Then I reached out to my mentor. Then I reached out to my team, which had 5 people, and 5 of the people were handling different products of the bank. So they helped me out, and they told me that you can use Figma for that. And during my internship period, I learned Figma over there. And I created the prototype. I created almost 60 slides, and along with 30 features, and all of them were unique recommendations. And all of the recommendations were presented to my mentor and guide, and they really liked it. And it was really interesting because coming up with new features, doing some innovations, and doing a lot of research, making hundreds of mistakes and getting feedbacks, and then doing new changes and coming up with new features. So that was really amazing. Apart from this, I would like to add on that since in Department of Business Economics, the department provides us with workshops of Excel, SQL, Power BI. So that helped me that was the part which helped me during my internship, because I was supposed to work on Excel for creating spreadsheets related to comparative study, or else I would say creating the timeline for Gantt chart. So these were the things which were only possible because the department provided me with the skills already. Yeah. So that was really helpful during my internship, and yeah, that was it.
Actually, that does show how important these tools are for us, right?
True.
I would like to add on.
Yeah.
I remember because we were all doing internship at ICICI, so we made a separate group. So when we used to share our project reports, and then Nancy used to share her reports, we were like
amazed. We were totally amazed.
Yeah. She provided with us her Gantt chart for the whole month. Then that 60-page report, like, मतलब ये तो नहीं होगा.
She's good with tools, I'd say, be it Excel, SQL, Figma, anything, Canva.
And the way Lakshay handles almost hundreds of sheets in the department, that is also something which is impossible, okay?
Well, all of you are pretty hardworking. Moving on to my next question. This question is for all of you. Could you share some of the major challenges you faced during your internship, and how did you deal with them? Yassir, would you like to start?
Yeah, so one of the major challenges that I faced in my internship was the location part. I was posted in Bangalore, and like food was an issue for me because I like to have a little bit spicy food, and in the south they have very light food. And one of the other challenge was that everybody in my office used to communicate in Kannada. They were all locals, and I was the only one who was from North India. Luckily, one of my teammates was also from UP, and I used to only communicate with him more. And my mentor was also from South India, so like he used to talk to the other teammates in Kannada, and I used to not understand all of it. And I had to ask him again if he could repeat that in English or maybe in Hindi. Very few people in the office knew Hindi, so that was one of the major challenges that I faced at my internship.
Yeah, that does sound like a tough battle.
Yeah.
And if I talk about work, the challenge at ICICI Bank was that it's a very big financial institution. So having that access to data for your project was a very big issue. Like data could not be shared with interns easily. So we had to dig deep into every other website or go to field to different banks to gather information, posing maybe as a customer to have the primary information as well. So having that access to data was also a very big concern, and yes, travel and Mumbai reigns, like I stated before.
One other challenge that I faced was commuting, because to travel to BKC Bandra Kulra complex, I had to travel for more than 1.5 hours. So for that, I had to wake up at 6 and then travel either by the local train or take a cab, which was actually very expensive.
And I've also heard that the local trains in Bombay are like pretty crowded.
Yeah,
Did
you-
face
Pretty
that
crowded.
issue?
You cannot travel in the local train on a weekday.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah, surely an
One should,
experience.
yeah.
Nancy.
Okay, so adding on to my challenge, so this was my first time when I was doing a live project in an organization. So when I went to the office for the first day, I had zero idea. My mentor told me that do some study. We had the orientation that day, and he asked me to do random study, and I was very confused at how I need to carry it forward. What am I supposed to do? And I was very blank for almost 2-3 days because they were busy with their work and they didn't give any task to me. But later on, my team supported me, and then they told me about the whole timeline. There was my buddy who helped me a lot in this. He explained everything, that this is how it works, and that was the day when I started reading out things. And apart from this, presentations were not shared with the interns in the companies. So we didn't used to get all of the information about our product. We have to deep dive into AI. And mentors used to ask us, don't use AI and don't find information from those platforms. Use original websites. So that was one of the challenge. And secondly, I would say that it was my first time when I moved out from Delhi. And it was just me. I would agree that there were a bit of friends nearby, but managing everything alone is a difficult task, I would say. So that was, but later on it turned out to be a really good experience, I would say. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear, Nancy. Moving on to my penultimate question. What are some tips you would like to give to your juniors? This is a question for all of you. Manus, would you like to start?
Sure. So I'd say stay confident and make the most out of your MBA journey and your summer internship journey. It's a one-time experience and try to make the most out of it. For like an MBA experience, I'd say participate in group discussions, the interview preparatory sessions, the training workshops of different programs of SQL, Excel, and participate in case competitions actively. Like all of us here do participate in a lot of case competitions, and that builds up the confidence and prepares us for the corporate journey, be it internships or corporate jobs. So I'd say stay confident and make the most out of your MBA journey as well as summer internship journey. Do not hesitate in front of your managers or high-level employees in asking for help. There's no shame in asking for help, and you'll definitely do good if you have the confidence and you don't shy away from grabbing the right opportunity, I'd say.
That's a wonderful advice, Manus. Nancy?
Okay, so advice from my side would be that if you're going on an internship, do explore the place if that is a new place. So after completing your office hours, you can visit some places. You should explore the culture. You should talk with people. You should explore the food over there. And yes, I would agree with Manas that communicating with people in the office is also really, really important. So there was one day in my internship, I was talking to my mentor related to Mumbai. How is Mumbai? He was asking me how is Delhi, and we ended up till 7:30 in the evening just talking about these random things. So this should be the thing. And secondly, if I talk about the college life, so whatever sessions are conducted related to the preparations, that should be taken seriously by the students because it actually helps you in the corporates. This was the experience which we all experienced, I would say. I'm sure that we all did. So taking those sessions seriously helps us a lot. So this would be my advice.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I do agree with you because even in my opinion, it is really important to have a work-life balance. Right?
Definitely.
So yeah, that is a good advice. Yassir?
Yeah, so one thing that I'd like to tell my juniors is that the 2 years of your MBA life would end in a flash. You will not realize when the time ends. So like people say that take it one day at a time. I would like to tell the juniors like take it 1 hour at a time because the time is very precious. You have to make the most of it. You have to learn new things. You have to build your career. This is the base of your career. You cannot, this will be the change, make or break of your career. I would also like to say that you should not say no to a plan. Explore the city, explore wherever you are. Maybe in a new city, you are doing your internship in a new city. Like Nancy also mentioned that you should explore new food, new places. Get placed early, try and get placed early, get placed in a good company. You will have entire time to have fun. And also take the placement preparations very seriously. Attend sessions, connect with new people, connect with the guests that come to campus. So make the most of the 2 years of your MBA life. That is what I would like to suggest. And it will impact your career and your personality in a very huge way. That's what I would like to say.
Thanks for your advice, Yassir. All the juniors will take notes of this. Moving on to you, Lakshay.
I think my friends have covered almost everything, but just a small advice from my end is while pursuing an MBA, do not treat any opportunity as a burden because you are not going to get it again. For the 2 years, do not leave everything, but take each and everything in an optimistic manner. And time management is also very important. And another thing would be networking. Be it your batchmates, your seniors, your juniors, your alumni, or maybe whosoever is coming to your department. Networking is very important. Connect with them and always build good relations. Be it your friends, be it anyone.
Thank you for your advices. And after this serious question, let's move on to the fun segment of this episode. So now we're going to have a rapid fire round in which I'm going to say a word and you have to say the first word that comes to your mind. Ready?
Cool.
All right. So starting with you, Lakshay. Okay. So attendance.
Compulsory.
Sleep.
Not getting.
DBE.
Second home.
MBA.
Fun.
Caffeine.
Not a lover.
Alright. Moving on to you, Yassir. Bunk.
Rose,
Joint Secretary.
me,
Junior Joint Secretary.
ठीक ठाक,
Pressure.
MBA,
Last minute.
submission,
Alright. Moving on to you, Nancy. Drama.
Daily
Mini heart attack.
at the end.
Chaos.
In the sessions,
Gossip.
PC room,
Panic.
placement process.
Alright. And moving on to you, Manas, finally. Celebration.
Placements.
Surprise.
Placements.
Diet.
I love diets. Diet Coke.
Crush.
Secret.
Well, and that's a wrap on our first episode of Internship Stories, 4th edition. Hope you have learned something valuable from today's conversation with Lakshay, Yassir, Nancy and Manas. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of internships. See you in the next episode.